The idea of serving the Lord is often misunderstood by many. What is true serving the Lord, and what activities constitute this concept?
Yeah, serving the Lord has many aspects. Just following is a kind of serving the Lord. Let me put it that way. Whenever you do what you can to please God, that is kind of serving the Lord. So everybody can serve in some way the Lord. You have just to think it over and to do that what pleases in the sight of our Heavenly Father, and that is serving the Lord. So it's a big, big subject.
What would you do if you could go back in any time period in the Bible? Would you change what occurred or keep it the same?
Yeah. Then I just go back to Adam. That's the most important thing, I guess, huh? When this man would have refused to do that, what the devil wanted, then everything would have changed. But let us be honest, I mean, that is the way mankind reacts. And nobody of us could say, well, we would have acted differently. So it would be really better to be careful. But nevertheless, I mean, we can imagine when you put that question that this would be really something which had changed the world completely when Adam did not say yes to that what the devil wanted to do.
Do you have any suggestions on how we can gain more confidence in inviting friends and neighbors to our church when we're small in number and don't have the luxury of luring them in with a beautiful church and large congregation?
I must say, it's not depending on a really beautiful church and things of the outside. Most important is that we have really living and strong congregation in that sense that one stands for the other, that they are all obliged to the gospel, and that they all do their best to really have fellowship and to have a wonderful atmosphere in the congregation. And that's the way we can do that also today. It is very important to have living and friendly congregation. So I ask everybody to work towards that goal, and I ask especially the young people to help along that we achieve that when we have strong, living congregations and everybody is friendly with the other one and loves the other one, and there's an atmosphere, heavenly atmosphere of peace and joy, then this has an influence and attracts others, and this is the way we should give testimony also today.
Why is it that in the Old Testament, God had a chosen people? I thought God loved all his people and his creation, so why was he selective in the past?
In the Bible, it says that the old people, Jewish people, was chosen to be a blessing for other people. So it's not that somebody is just taken out of, without any commission. But the task was that this people should be a blessing for others, should be an example, should be orientation for others. And so is it also today. There's a people chosen, there are those chosen who should be a blessing for others and a help for others, even in the yonder world and even in the 1,000 years of peace. That's a big commission which is given unto us. So when the Lord chooses somebody, then it is not just for fun, it is for a purpose, to be a blessing for others.
If God is merciful, just, and loving, why does he judge us and send some to burn? What makes one person more worthy to be called a bride of Christ than another person?
Yeah, we cannot really understand everything, but it is a godly principle to distinguish, let me say, between good and evil. And God is also a God of order. And, well, he gives a chance to people, but nevertheless, he also shows that there are consequences of the way we are acting. And that's what gives the result finally. Everybody can choose today or in the years to come, in the 1,000 years of peace, if he is against God and his Son or for him, in favor of him, and will support him. And this is now let me say, the justice of our Heavenly Father, that he now gives certain consequences. That is also the law of sowing and reaping. That's some godly principle which reigns everything and which also concerns mankind.
It's hard to tell people about our faith and to get them to be interested and to want to know more. What are some things we can do to encourage those of us who are shy or aren't good with words?
Yeah, it is not a matter of words in the first row. First, we should live according to our faith. That is most important, that we show by our behavior, by our way we treat other people, and we also meet our people here in our church, that we live differently and act differently than others. And when we do that, that is a wonderful signal. That's a sign to others. Okay, naturally it is also necessary to give testimony in that sense that in the right moment we have the right word. And this is also a matter of practice. I mean, I was young and I also had to learn that. I must confess, I was not a really good testifier. I also missed some situations where I could have testified. But then I got angry about myself. And then I still remember that I had a moment when I said to myself, from now on, I will bring testimony. And there's no reason to be shy. And when I just stepped over that border, then I found out that it is not so difficult to give testimony. And I ask you also, especially the young people, to do that. I mean, it's quite natural that you are a little bit shy and you are not sure how others will react when you give testimony. Just try it, do it, and you will realize that people are very, very full of sympathy, and that they are really appreciated when you give testimony and when you are convinced of your faith. So I ask you please to jump over that border, not to be shy, but just give testimony of your faith, and you will see that brings about a wonderful result.